Okay, Fernanda, well, we're in the next part of the RII, which is the reading passage. What we're gonna do, you're gonna read out loud the passage. I'm going to be making some annotations, so just continue reading out loud, and then after we're done reading, I'm gonna ask you some questions, okay? So it says, read the story to find out what Paco's problem was. Okay, go ahead and start reading for me.
Paco, where is your smile? asked Mom. This is this is a happy day for all of us. Dad has his birthday. I'm not happy, said Paco. I I don't not I do not have a nice big gift for Dad. As small gifts is nice. A small gift is nice, asked Mom. Why not make a small gift? Dad will like that? What can I make? Asked Paco. That is up that is up to you, said Mom. I have to go in the house now. You will think of a nice gift.
Okay, and then
Paco went in the yard. He looked at he looked at all the things there. There was a box of rocks, but rocks are not a gift Dad will like, he said. Then there was a box of little play people. My pl- my people are not the best gift for Dad, he said. Paco did not smile at all.
okay, perfect. Okay, so we'll go ahead and um, we're gonna read it again. Okay, but this time, okay, I'm gonna tell you when to stop. Okay, so ready? Okay, go.
Paco, where's your smile? asked Mom. This is a happy day for all of us. Dad has a birthday. I'm not happy, said Paco. I don't like I do not have a nice gift for Dad. A small gift is nice, as said Mom. Why not make a small gift? Did Dad will like that. What can I make? asked Paco. That is up to you, said Mom. I have to go in the house now. You'll have to think of a nice gift.
The next page.
Paco went in the yard. He looked at all the things there were. There was a box of rocks, but rocks are not a gift Dad will like, he said. There then there was a box of play people.
Stop.
My
Play people. Okay, thank you. Now we'll go ahead and to move into the questions. Okay, now what is the story about?
Paco was not smiling because he didn't have a good gift for Dad.
Okay. Second question. Why didn't Paco smile?
Because he didn't find a good book for a good present for Dad.
Okay. What is a gift?
A gift is a a thing that you give to people so they can open it when it's somebody's birthday or Christmas.
That's a good definition. Good job. What did Paco ask after his mother suggested that he make a small gift?
He went he asked if what can he make, and then his mom said, well, it's up to you. And then he started he started he went to the backyard and he started looking out looking for some stuff to give Dad.
Okay. Now, this question. Did Paco want to make his gift?
I don't think so.
Okay. Why not?
Because he wanted a good gift to give to give Dad for his birthday.
Okay. Next question. Where did Paco go to look for a gift?
To the backyard.
What were the two things that Paco did not think his dad will be?
Rocks and his play people.
Okay, yay, good, high five, good job. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next story. But this time, okay, all I'm going to do, we're gonna start reading it, and I'm gonna tell you when to start and when to stop. Okay, so ready, go.
I want a pet very, very much. Said my mother says I have to wait. We have had this talk many times. My mother and I. Dad said I can buy some fish. They are small and can fit well in my small room. But my brother has 4 fish. I want something different. I want something of my own. One day Grandma showed me flowers hanging in her window. She had many kinds of flowers. Grandma told me she would help me grow flowers of my own. She said that they are not the same as a pet, but flowers can bring magic to a city home.
Okay, good. You finished. Okay. Now, what is the story about?
The story is about a girl in a city who wants a pet, but her mom does not let her.
Okay. How does the girl who is telling the story feel about the pets?
The girl, she feels I don't know.
Okay. What kind of pet does her dad say she can buy?
Fish.
Okay. What probably caused him to suggest fish for her pets?
Because they are small and they could fit in her small room.
Okay. Now, what does her brother have for his pets?
Fish.
Okay. Why doesn't the girl want fish?
Because her brother already has 4 fish.
What does the word different mean?
The word different means something that is not alike.
Okay. What did the girl's grandmother tell her after she showed her the flowers?
The grandma told her that she would teach her how to make her own flowers.
Okay, good job. Okay, you're doing really good, Fernanda. Now, let's see. Okay, we'll go ahead and move. And move to this one. But before, okay, let's go ahead and take a deep breath. Okay, this one, some of the exercise that I have done, okay? Pretend that you have the flower and you have the candle. Okay, let's go ahead and smell the flower. Blow the candle. Smell the flower. Blow the candle. Smell the flower. Blow the candle. You feel ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, same thing with this one. I'm going to tell you, okay, when to start and when to stop, and then I'm gonna ask you some questions. It says Matthew had been going to the library and reading there because it was a quiet place. Then the library was closed until a new one could be built. Read this story to find out what Matthew did. Okay? Ready and start.
On the corner, one block away from the closed library, Matthew saw a long green book model. He walked up to a truck, climbed the 3 little steps, and walked inside. A girl who looked a little like Lydia took his book from him. The woman from the library was standing next to her. Said she saw Matthew. Look at the title, she said. I'll come over as soon as I can and help you find a book you like. Matthew smiled back and walked around the book model, looking for children's.
Stop. Okay, good job. Okay, now go ahead and continue. You were right here.
Children.
There.
They were other people walking around too. They were all close together because there wasn't a lot of room. The books were lined up against the wall on shelves. When you walked around them, you could find a place to be by yourself. Matthew saw that he couldn't stay at the book model that the way he could at a real library. So when he came to the children's station, he looked through the shelves and tried to find a book as fast as he could. He looked at the title and all the bright books covers. His eyes fell on a book with a picture of a boy on it. The boy had brown skin just like Matthew's, and he looked about the same age. Matthew thought he could be nice to read a book about a boy who looked so much like himself. He pictured it up and took it to the librarian. She said, "You pick out a really good book." Then she took his card and stamped the book.
Okay, now let me ask you some questions just like the other one. What is the story about?
About a boy named Matthew. About a boy named Matthew that liked reading.
Okay. Now, where did Matthew see the bookmobile?
1 block away from his house.
Okay. What is a bookmobile?
A truck with books.
Okay. Why did Matthew go to the bookmobile?
Because he was trying to find a good book that he could read.
Okay. Was the librarian friendly?
Yes.
Okay. What was the first thing Matthew looked for after he returned his book?
He was trying to look for a book that he could read that was good.
Okay. Was the bookmobile crowded?
Yes.
Okay. What did the story say that make you think that?
When Matthew said when he said that when he looked around and he saw a lot of people, and every time when you went there you could find a quiet place to read.
Okay. What two things did Matthew look at to help him pick out a book?
He looked at I don't know.
Okay. What does the phrase his eyes fell on the book mean?
It means that he got interested in that book by looking at it.
Okay. What did Matthew look like?
He he had brown skin.
Okay, good job. Okay, now we're gonna do one more. Okay. You need any water? Anything?
No.
You're ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, and it's the same thing. We're going to read and answer some questions. Okay. Yes. This one. Okay. Now, oops, I'm giving you mine. You're going to read it. I'll tell you when to start and when to stop, and then we're gonna do the questions. Okay? Breathing? Another breathing? Okay. Look, we're gonna pretend like we're a balloon, so put your hands up here, and then we're gonna inflate the balloon. We're gonna go and let out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good job. Okay? Now it says, read the selection to find out about one activity that is common. Okay? Go ahead and start.
New Zealand has a mild and rain climate. This makes it a good place for sheep ranching. Even the steep side of a mountain are used. Here, surefoot sheep can graze when farm marching cannot go. New Zealand has about 18 times as many sheep as it has people. The sheep are raised on large ranches called station.
Okay, stop. Okay, now let's continue.
During the summer, the sheep fell on a lush grass in the mountains. In last fall, they must be round up or mustered. Then they are sheared down a spend the winter mountains on the warm low slope. Over many mountains years, the mountains cannot use horse on the sheep mountainside. With the help of well-trained dogs, they herd a flock or mule on feet. The real work, however, begins in spring. Once again, the sheep are mustered. This time the homes are heard down from a low slope to fence-in pens. The lambs to be fortune from meat are parted from the others. The remaining 1,000 are moved in sheds where their thick wool is climbed or sheared. The job the job is done by works called she here she yours.
Okay, good job, Fernanda. Now, first question. What is the purpose of the story?
The purpose of the story is about a city about a city that's called New Zealand.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What kind of climate does New Zealand have?
Um, he they have rainy climate.
Okay. What does the word stations mean in this article? You don't know? Okay, we can skip that one. What does the word muster mean in this article? Okay, we can skip that one. What is the temperature like high in the mountains?
It is warm.
Okay.
Cold. Cold.
Okay. What causes the workers to muster the sheep on foot?
Of the wool. That's all I
Okay, that's good. What kind of help do the musters have in herding the sheep?
They have fence and pens.
Okay. What is a flock of sheep sometimes called? Okay, that's good. Name in order 3 things that happen when the sheep are mustered in the spring.
They the they cannot use horses on the step mount side. That's all I can remember.
That's good. Okay, you're doing good. Who clips the sheep's thick wool?
If the farmers.
Okay, good job. Yay, Fernanda. And actually, Fernandita, I am going to ask you, we're going to do just one more, but this time you're going to read this one silently, okay? And then when you're done, you let me know, okay? Ready? Okay. So this is Sally Ride was America's first woman in space. Read the story to find out about one of her experiences. Now we're gonna go ahead and move to the questions. Okay. What is the story about?
The story is about about a girl named Sally that was the first, the first woman in space.
Okay. What does the term lift off mean?
So,
Okay. How heavy was the blue and white ship?
it was 100
Okay.
tons.
Tons? Okay. Was the liftoff exciting?
Yes.
What did the story say that made you think that?
About it made me that made me think that I don't know.
Okay, don't worry. What was the first thing that happened after the liftoff?
What happened after the liftoff was she Sally she reached out and caught I don't remember.
Okay, don't worry. What was Sally's most important job?
Her the most important job was to work with a long robot arm.
Okay. What did they do with metals?
They I don't remember.
Don't worry. Okay. How long did the space flight last?
It lasted I don't remember.
Okay. Why did people cheer when the ship landed?
Humors of news stories were 6 days later the ship landed all over the world. People cheered.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay, you did a good job. Thank you, Fernanda. So we're done with the reading passages. Okay, and let me go ahead and stop the video.